What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub, and today we got a match between two members of the Fife Club. We got the classy one, Clarke Wolfe, taking on the android, Marc Andreyko. This is going to be a great match. The winner of this will face Ethan Irwin in the finals. I'm a big fan of both these competitors, but I gotta go with Clarke on this one. I'd really like to see her face Roca at the Spectacular, but let's get this thing started.
Yeah, that works. Coconut. You want coconut? Well, speaking of coconut.
Mr. Harloff, Polly G, attorney at law.
Okay, what'd I do?
Well, nothing yet, but I hear that you are competing for commissioner status. Congrats.
Well, that's what they tell me. I don't know if it's being granted yet.
Well, my client, Mr. Kalinowski, and I are keeping very close watch on this. We have a vested interest.
And you have a nice vest as well, too. It's smooth. I like it. You should teach these people how to dress around here.
Eyes are on you, Harloff.
Very different league than it was a few years ago. Oh, fuck it.
Ellison, Ethan Irwin, Dan Rolfe, Stacey Howard, Andreyko McWeeny, then the boss Bateman, Clarke Wolfe. The singles tournament begins. The winner of that entire tournament faces John the Outlaw Roca at the Spectacular. What a battle we're in for.
I saw you have that manager's bowl thing with Tom and Jay, and I was thinking I would like to participate in that match. I know that you love contracts, so I just happen to have one here.
Okay, I mean, everything's signed. You're in.
Winning the first manager ball, the Golden Knight!
So, Emma 5 is your winner, and can we...
Yes.
Come on out, Emma 5's first competitor.
We talked it over, and your offer to join your faction next month, that's not really going to work for us. Listen, I totally understand. You guys have both been performing really well. No. We want to join you now.
That's amazing.
So, as you know, I have this number one contender spot to give to someone in our faction, and I've been sitting on the decision for a while. I've really been thinking about it, and I've made my decision, and I really want to offer it to you. Don't you think that maybe we should save it for the teams? Like, you guys are going to get there. All right. You let me know who you want to take on, and I will formally issue the challenge. We'd like you to have the opportunity to take her on in a match for a potential shot at Sam Levine.
Absolutely. Pens are down. Clarke is up.
James Eugene Carey.
That is correct. Jim Carrey. Mike, congratulations. Dustin Hoffman. She gives it to Clarke Wolfe. Clarke Wolfe takes on Kalinowski. They have a great match. Clarke Wolfe wins it, and she earns her shot at the champion.
Nicolas Cage, Emma Stone, and Ryan Reynolds all voice cavemen in what animated feature?
Sam, Fruits, Clarke.
Got it.
And your winner!
Done everything I wanted to do in the Schmoedown. There's only one logical step left, and that is to walk away.
What's going to happen here is that Bibiani will play the winner of Andreyko and Irwin, and that will be our new champion. Marc Andreyko is 3-0 since joining the Fife Club. He took out Ben Bateman. He beat both Stacey Howard and Janine the Machine, and then he beat Ethan Irwin to earn his spot here today for the championship. And your winner, William the Beast Bibiani! The Shire Wolves are a dream matchup was the Rookie of the Year in 2016. Rachel Cushing, Rookie of the Year 2017. They go on a run that could lead to the belt that they so desperately crave here today.
And your winners and new movie trivia Schmoedown team champions of the world by way of knockout, the Shire Wolves.
Here in the movie trivia Schmoedown, we really have a good matchup to kick off this entire format. Someone who's having a tremendous year in singles and in general this year, and that's the android Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko this year is 3-1.
And your winner, Marc Andreyko.
If I do have to face Clarke, it's going to be a lot like this match. It's going to be two friends playing against each other in a fun, as affectionate as a competition can be. And if I win or she wins, it's a win for the Fife Club. It's a win.
First half of the semifinals complete. Ethan Irwin heading to the finals to find out who he faces in this semifinal match for the Ultimate Schmoedown. Marc Andreyko against Clarke Wolfe. I'm Christian.
I thought you were going to say Mark Ellis, who's playing, and I was going to say it's Clarke Wolfe versus Marc Andreyko, and what a matchup it is. The winner greets Ethan Irwin, but Christian, I think they're not looking ahead at all because they know each other very, very well. They have prior knowledge of each other's strengths, weaknesses. They have an affiliation.
Well, yes, they do. The Fife Club was formed last year at the Spectacular, to where Marc Andreyko was part of the Lion's Den. Emma Fife was not a manager, and the first person she chose to join her stable was Marc Andreyko. A few months later, the Shire Wolves formed, and they joined the Fife Club. And what a crew they have become. They have become very close. They study together. They train each other whenever there are big matches. When Clarke Wolfe fought for the title against Sam Levine, they had a study session. When Marc Andreyko fought for the title against Bibiani, they had a study session.
They steal buzzers from the studio sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. Rachel Cushing, the same. They were all there for each other when the Shire Wolves won the title. So this is a very close stable. Emma Fife took a big win here last week when Clarke Wolfe beat Ben Bateman, once again beating Tom Dagnino, and I think eliminating him from the talk of Manager of the Year, because here's Clarke Wolfe, Marc Andreyko, the Fife Club going head to head. One of these two will get the Fife Club into the finals of the tournament.
Right, well, that's the good news, is that we know that we're going to get an incredible final in this tournament with Ethan versus whoever they play, but you look at the strengths and weaknesses, I do wonder if the team affiliation, if being in the same enclave, if you will, if they share the same strengths, so it's going to change the way you do a wheel strategy, where it's hard to know what your opponent's weaknesses are, because they may in fact be your weaknesses.
Yeah, and that's exactly right, though. You say that because they are friends, and I know they're going into this friendly, but they also like to win. They're both competitive, and they both know what each other are not good at. So what's the strategy going to be like? Because that's the other thing with the Fife Club. The Fife Club's players have become some of the best strategists in the game. You watch that match with Rachel Cushing and Clarke Wolfe on how they won those titles. It's one of the best played games I've ever seen.
Think their way. It's a chess game, not checkers.
And Marc Andreyko, by his nature, is a very competitive person. I've got to know Marc very well over this past year, and he is always trying to figure out new ways what he should do with the game. You watch in the team tournament of the way he played against the Paddington 2, and the way that he and Snyder worked together. These are two people who really know how to play the game, so this is going to be a very interesting match today, a good Schmoedown match.
It's going to be a great Schmoedown match, and we had some words from our competitors. Check it out.
So you might think think that I'd be a little stressed about this upcoming match because I have two competitors who are playing one another and it could potentially be a blood feud, but that is not what is going on today. We have two competitors who are part of the Five Club, Marc Andreyko and the fabulous Clarke Wolfe, playing one another, and honestly, it's a very low-stress match. I want both of them to win. If we could just have a tie and advance them together, that would be amazing. Unfortunately, that is not what's going to happen, but the Five Club is gonna be in the finals of this singles tournament either way. Well, here we are with Marc Andreyko, honestly the founding member of the Five Club. It is because of him that this faction even began to exist, and I couldn't be more proud of him. He's been an incredible competitor and also a really great friend, which is ultimately what we're looking at in this match today.
Going into that last match, I was not thinking I was going to win, so that took a lot of the pressure off. And now, I'm not feeling that much pressure, to be honest. No matter what, someone from the Five Club is going to represent, which I think is the goal and amazing.
I didn't think I was going to beat Drew, so I'm still
It's a theme. Nobody thought they were going to win.
I'm still kind of shocked by that. But to get to play Clarke, this is actually going to be more fun than anything else, because if I win, I get to play Ethan again, which is terrifying, and if I lose, I get to play Dan Merle. So that's a win-win too. The competitive part of me wants to win, but that's only like 1/2 of 1% of this. I really am excited to play Clarke and just have a really good time.
Marc Andreyko, hello, greetings from the ladies of the Five Club. We love you, I love you. This is going to be a challenge either way, but I think it's going to be fun. Good luck.
We knew at the end of last year that the Five Club could be something special. We know for sure now that it absolutely is, and today is just another example of why that's the case. And as both competitors have said, this is a match between friends. It'll be competitive as hell because they're both fighters, but at the end of the day, the Five Club is true to each other. I am so thrilled for both of them. It's my partner and my faction mate. May the best trivia person on this day win and go on to the belt.
As long as it's not a blowout on either side, both win.
I mean, it wasn't like a la we love each other type thing. It was, but I mean, it wasn't just like, oh god, these are just two friends. These two people want to win, but they respect each other very much. And Emma Fyfe said as much. It's a guarantee into the finals, and whoever wins this, win or lose, is guaranteed to get into the spectacular, because if they make it into the next round, and let's say Ethan Irwin happens to win and make it into the spectacular, they're guaranteed into the #1 contender match. So whoever wins today is guaranteed into the spectacular, but it's the bigger prize of getting to that title match is what they're looking at.
That's right. Going to be fun to watch the intros here because, like you said, it's not Hatfield versus McCoy. It's McCoy versus McCoy, because I'm so nervous about your hand flourishes knocking over your water. Let's go to the tail of the tape.
The tail of the tape here, Marc Andreyko, whose strengths are musicals, horror films, and what's that last one?
Tinkering with the game.
Tinkering with the game, okay, all right. And then classy Clarke Wolfe, who has horror movies for sure, Sandra Bullock movies, and not wanting Tarantino on the wheel.
Right. I thought you were going to go with a bar membership. She crushes it at that place.
Yeah. All right, so with that, we are ready to go, and how about you?
I'm prepared.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown!
So proud here today.
This is new. Introducing Together. Led to the ring by their manager, Emma Fyfe, and their stablemate, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, with a record of 6 wins, 3 defeats. Marc, the Android, Andreyko, and half of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown team champions with a record of 7 wins, 5 defeats. Classy Clarke Wolfe. Clarke Wolfe has been through this before, though, too. Last year, she went she went head-to-head in a number one contender match with her then partner, Marc Riley. So she's been here before. She has played against rivals. She has played against friends. She is a vet of the game and having an incredible year, by the way. She is a total, I believe, it is 7-1 this year so far.
Pretty incredible stuff. Not since Baby Carrots fought against Josh McCougar to the Friends theme have I seen such a chummy intro. That was very sweet.
Well, they're both playing great this year. Marc Andreyko also only has one loss in singles, and that is coming to the former champion William Bibiani. He actually has a win over our finalist Ethan Irwin. So both of these competitors playing tremendous this year. Marc, I'm ready for this match. How does round number one work?
All right, round number one works like this. Each competitor is going to hear 8 questions. These questions are asked to the field from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. I will remind the competitors of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the duration of the match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you need to buy yourself some time. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge that you can use at any time during the 3 rounds. Christian, let's end a friendship today.
All right, with that, Clarke, Wolfe, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Marc Andreyko.
Absolutely.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right. Locked and loaded. Christian, when you're ready. Ready to go. Question number 1 in the realm of comedies. In 2011's The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, it follows a group of British retirees who travel to which country?
What?
All right. Favorite hotel you stay at? San Diego. Gas lamp. 5, 4. Hard Rock. 3, 2. That's about 1.
France?
Pens down, please. And Clarke Wolfe.
India?
Yes, it is. Marc Andreyko. Tie game.
All right, very different fonts used. Is that an indication of confidence? We'll find out. Your next question comes from the world of action/adventure. And the question is, what 2011 action film stars Channing Tatum, Antonio Banderas, and Gina Carano? I don't know.
Channing Tatum and Gina Carano. Gina Carano? Action. I have no idea.
Why you made that face with the Hard Rock Hotel? It's smoky. 5.
It could be a potential sponsor
4.
one day.
Oh, I like. You got to think. I like them a lot. 3.
You stole a
2.
sign from there.
I did. 1. I like the sushi place too. Pens down and Andreyko.
Logan Lucky?
That's incorrect. Clarke?
Lawless?
No.
Looking for Haywire.
Come on, guys.
Of course.
Oh,
Haywire.
That
Something
was
you
showing
need to
on my
frame
plane.
poster.
All right. Next question. Dramas. Who stars as Joe Buck, a Texas dishwasher turned New York prostitute in 1969's Midnight Cowboy?
Kind of following your career path there.
I was never a cowboy.
I see what you did there. What does sign say you stole? Legends?
Yeah. 5, 4, 3,
Burt Reynolds?
2, 1, and Clarke Wolfe.
John Voight?
Yes, it is. Marc Andreyko. Tie game.
John Boyd. He used to own a Cadillac in Seinfeld. Your next
I
question.
saw him at a P.F. Chang's once.
That's a great story. It should probably be edited out. Okay, animated movies. These are movies that are drawn by hand or on a computer. Your question is, in Finding Dory, what actress playing herself provides multiple recorded messages broadcast throughout the Marine Life Institute?
I'm glad there are no rookies here to scream out the answers today. It had to do with
It wasn't a direct 5 scream out, but
it was.
Actress playing herself. Ellen DeGeneres? I don't know.
It wasn't great. 2, 1. Marc Andreyko.
Ellen DeGeneres?
No.
I don't have it.
Yeah, okay, here you go.
looking for Sigourney Weaver, Ellen Ripley.
Oh,
I'll send you a poster of that movie.
That was a good bit in that movie. All right, rom-coms is the next category here for question 5. Freddie Prinze Jr., friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
And Rachel Lee Cook.
Not a friend of the show yet.
Never met her once in my life. Starred in which 1999 rom-com? Freddie Prinze Jr. and Rachel Lee Cook starred in what 1999
She's
rom-com?
all that.
She has braces and a ponytail.
She's so unattractive.
I believe they're quoting the movie.
I think so.
I believe they're having a bit of fun with
Why am I
this.
counting down? Clarke.
She's all that?
Yes.
She certainly is.
She's all that.
3-3. They know that she's all that. They could give a flip about Sigourney Weaver, but they know she's all that. All right. Your
I'm a
next
fan of the
question.
Freddie Prinze oeuvre.
In the world of the 2000s, these are movies that came out in the decade of the 2000s. Your question is, who played field reporter Brian Fantana in Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy?
I think I'm one of the few people who likes the second one.
Me too.
I know you like
me too.
Fine, fan. 4. I said one of the few. 3.
Yeah.
2.
Steve
Happy to be that. Go
Carell.
on. Marc Andreyko.
Paul Rudd?
Yep. Clarke.
All right.
Tie game. They know what they know. They know it. Both of them have not missed that question. They both know. That's true.
They also like Paul Rudd more than Sigourney Weaver.
Well, here we go. Next question. Horror/thriller. Who stars as the pregnant and paranoid Rosemary Harris in 1968's Rosemary's Baby?
Okay, so you've been through 2 of these.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered yourself
Possessed?
paranoid?
Oh,
I was gonna
5, 4,
Have you ever been possessed?
3,
Let's talk about that instead.
2.
Damn it! What the hell is her name? Shit.
1. Pens down. Pens down. And Clarke, should I even ask you this question?
Mia Farrow.
Yes. Andreyko.
Mia Farrow.
Yeah. Okay, 5-5. And the last question.
That's right. I'm so glad that these questions give our competitors time to chit-chat, make small talk. All right.
We should have some tea.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is there a game?
I got you. All right. Your last question comes from the world of fantasy science fiction. And the question is, Light cycles is the name for the 2-wheeled vehicles that are used in the survival racing matches in what film?
Shit. Had the sequel with Garrett Hedlund. Oh, come on. Tron.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marc Andreyko.
Tron.
Yep.
I do not. Speed Racer.
Didn't have it. Okay, so Marc Andreyko takes a 1-point lead there.
And a friendship is on the rocks.
And Marc Andreyko goes up 1 point with Tron. And
The only time it's been good for anything.
now we go to round number 2. Both have their JTE rules. Both have their challenges. Marc, where do we go?
And both have their adoration of one another. This is the wheel round, the wheel of justice, doom, and will seal a competitor's fate, unless, of course, we go into round 3, which we probably will. The wheel has 12 different wedges. 2 of them are opponents and spinner's choice. The remaining 10 each come from a different corner of the movie trivia Schmoedown galaxy. You will spin that wheel, and once you settle on a category, you get 4 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. If you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. And before I'm done talking, I would like to remind both competitors that there's a very special wheel slice out there today, and it belongs to none other than director extraordinaire Mr. Quentin Tarantino is the Patreon slice. Check out the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. If one of them spins it and selects Quentin Tarantino, we'll say the name of the patron. So if you are that patron, don't hold your breath.
All right. So with that, once again, there's a 1-point lead here. Marc Andreyko, you can go first or second.
Would you have a preference?
No.
Then I will go first.
All right, please spin for the wheel, not the peg.
Clarke clearly wanted to go first, and Marc Andreyko said no.
And there's the spin.
I'm creating drama.
There is the spin here.
All right. And the competitors clapping for each other as though this were an early round of Wheel of Fortune.
Now, what do you think they would do if it lands on opponent's choice? Do you think they'd go for the jugular?
No. I don't.
well-
And I like that. I like classiness in a match.
Wait, I just might have jinxed it.
Oh, boy,
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra
Sandra
Bullock.
Bullock.
Not the sweetheart darling of the Schmoedown like
He's
Meryl
gonna
Streep
stick
is.
with it. I got it.
Going with Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
The fear of Tarantino is strong.
Sandra Bullock is indeed the category. And here we go. Okay. Mark, question 1.
Yes, I'm ready.
Not you. The one who's competing.
Excuse me.
The one who Clarke Wolfe hasn't been. No, I'm kidding. Why is Sandra Bullock's Annie taking the bus in speed?
To get to work?
That's incorrect.
She lost her driver's license.
That's correct for 2 points.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Next question. Who plays Bullock's former high school classmate and love interest,
Harry Connick
Justin,
Jr.
in Hope Floats?
Harry Connick Jr.?
Yep. And,
What a voice on that guy.
okay. And in The Prince of Egypt, Sandra Bullock plays Miriam, Moses' biological sister, who voiced Moses. 5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Val Kilmer?
Val Kilmer.
That's correct for 1 point. All right. Here you go.
One more question in round 2 for Mr. Andreyko.
Last question. Who plays Ryan Reynolds' grandmother Annie in The
Betty
Proposal?
White. Betty White.
Betty White?
For 2 points. All right, so Marc Andreyko lost 1 steal, went to multiple choice. He's still up 4 points on Clarke Wolfe as Clarke now spins. But Clarke, I believe one of Clarke's strength now is off the board, so that might have been good strategy here.
Clarke. Oh, she spits in Andreyko's face as she walks over to the wheel. Did not see that one coming.
Our audio listeners are having a blast. All right, so... Well, that was a good strategy by Andreyko, though, I think, by keeping it.
That's right.
He takes
We
it off
know
the wheel.
Clarke Wolfe, huge fan of the Miscongeniality
Yes.
films.
Uh-oh, look at this. It's coming around.
It's coming around to opponent's choice, and
Mike.
Christian, it's going to stay
Opponent's
an opponent's choice. So now,
So here's the question.
Marc Andreyko must search his
Here's the
very
question.
soul.
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
What is
he
gonna
going for the
give
jugular?
Clarke Wolfe? He's going to go with
Is that
musicals.
what you're gonna do? He's going for musicals.
Okay, going
He's
for
picking
musicals.
his number 1 category,
He's
which is
trained.
very smart.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
Yep. Here we go. 4 questions.
Sorry.
All right, Clarke Wolfe, you had the category musical selected for you by Marc Andreyko, and as a song and dance fan myself, I figured I should be the one to read the questions. Your first query of 4 for 2 points. Who played Tracy Turnblad's mother, Edna Turnblad, in
John
the 2007 version of Hairspray?
John Travolta.
It was in fact John Travolta. Andreyko's strategy not paying off thus far. Your next question, Clarke. The 1972 Sophia Loren musical Man of La Mancha starred which actor as Don Quixote?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Peter O'Toole, B, Richard Burton, C, Richard Harris, or D, Robert Goulet?
Hey, Peter O'Toole.
Richard Burton.
That is incorrect. Once again, Mr. Andreyko, your options are A, Peter O'Toole, B, Richard Burton, C, Richard Harris, or D, Robert Goulet.
Robert Goulet?
That is also incorrect, though. He was Great Naked Gun 2 and Half the Smell of Fear. Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole.
Peter O'Toole. So Clarke Wolfe still trails by 2.
Yep.
2
Still
questions
like that,
left,
so
and her
racist.
penultimate one is the following. The world of musicals. What is the name of the song that Gene Wilder sings after entering the chocolate room in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Pure imagination.
She got it right off the bat. 2 points. She gobbled that question up like a goose this gloop eats chocolate. One more question to break the tie going into round number 3. And here it is, Clarke. In the world of musicals, what is the name of the high school in 1978's Grease?
Ooh, this is a great
Rydell.
question. Rydell.
2
It
points.
is Rydell.
Clarke Wolfe
And it
turns
was a
it
great
around and hit from opponent's choice and winds up taking the lead. Unbelievable. Andreyko gets Clarke's strength. Clarke gets
Messed up on the
Andreyko's strength, and we have
scoreboard.
ourselves a 2-point lead by the classy one as we get into round 3.
These are 2 seniors in Rydell as far as movie trivia Schmoedown knowledge goes. Neither one of
Some I screwed up on the scoreboard. It's 13-11 Clarke. Just busting chops.
them are Eugene. We have a pink lady and a T-bird, and now we move on to the round that will decide your fate. Yes, I've seen Grease half a dozen times. All right, kids. Here's the rules of round number 3. Pretty simple. Y'all each give us 3 numbers that range from 1 to 20. Those numbers correspond to a different movie trivia category up here at the answer desk. The first question we ask you is worth 2 points. The next one we ask you 3 points. The last one, should we make it that far, 5 points. There's no stealing in round number 3. There's no penalty for missing a question. Clarke Wolfe, you are in the lead by 2 over Marc Andreyko. What would you like your numbers to be?
4, 12, 19.
Okay, I thought she was going all evens there. She ended up going with an odd with 19. Will that come back to bite her?
All right,
Marc Andreyko.
6-3 and 2.
6-3 and 2. Marc Andreyko will get a chance here to avoid the TKO with his 2-pointer. Marc, he chose category 6.
He chose category 6. Yes, he did. Category 6. And Marc Andreyko for 2 points. Your question is going to be in the world of comedy. Your question is, in The Hangover, as a prank, the trio steals a tiger.
Mike Tyson.
What famous athlete?
Mike Tyson.
2
It
points.
is Mike Tyson, and we are now tied for the moment, although Clarke Wolfe still has her 2-pointer to answer.
Clarke Wolfe to bounce it back to Mr. Andreyko. You have new releases. New releases. Okay. Clarke, what musician was kidnapped by the villainous Poppy in Kingsman: The Golden Circle?
Elton John. Elton John.
Rihanna.
For Elton John.
Oh.
Elton John.
You can tell everybody
Elton John.
that I'm not Rihanna.
All right, so Clarke, it actually goes back to Andreyko.
It does go back to Andreyko.
Yeah.
Andreyko, you selected number 3.
He chose number 3, correct.
Thank you. Yes, for confirming that.
You're welcome.
Your question for 3 points is going to be in the world of animated movies. Animated movies. And here it is. Who directed 2017's The Lego Batman movie?
5.
I know this answer. What the hell? Come on, who the heck is it? Who is it? Lego Batman. Chris McKay? Chris McKay, right?
3 points. 4, 3, 2. Repeat the question. That's your first.
Who directed 2017's The Lego Batman movie?
5, 4,
Chris
3.
McKay.
I don't got it. 2.
You wanted to get Chris McKay.
Chris McKay.
Chris
Surprised.
McKay.
Knowing his history with the cops. All right, so here we go with our next question to Clarke Wolfe to try to take the lead here. And this is now category 12, Clarke. Category 12. Action adventure. Action adventure. Okay. Here you go. In this 2013 action comedy sequel, retired covert operatives are forced back into service to track down a portable
Red
nuclear
2.
device.
Red 2. Red
That's
2.
it?
That's it.
What's the title?
Can you repeat the question?
Action adventure. First one. In this 2013 action comedy sequel, retired covert operatives are forced back into service to track down a portable nuclear device.
Reds 2?
Red. I can't take it. It's Red 2. Red 2. You said Reds. Reds 2.
Wow.
Can't take it. Red 2. Red 2. All right, so shades of Sam Levine, Clarke Wolfe here as we get now to our 5-pointer here from Marc Andreyko, who chose category number 2.
All right, Mr. Andreyko, you selected category number 2. And that is going to correspond to the world of crime. These are movies with a seedy underbelly. And your question is, what 2 actors starred alongside Alan Arkin in the 2012 crime comedy Stand Up Guys?
5.
Can you repeat the question?
It's the second one.
What 2 actors starred alongside Alan Arkin in the 2012 crime comedy Stand Up Guys?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Michael Douglas and I don't know.
That is incorrectly for Christopher Walken and Al Pacino. Hoo-ah.
So we are back to, this is very similar to what happened with Wolfe and Levine, and now we come down to a 5-pointer. If Wolfe hits it, she moves on to the finals to play Ethan Irwin. If she misses, we go to sudden death. So Clarke chose category number 19. Category number 19 for Clarke Wolfe. Okay, so here we go. Clarke Wolfe in the realm of 2000s. What 2000 comedy featured cameos from real-life pro wrestlers Diamond Dallas Page, Bill Goldberg, Macho Man Randy Savage,
Ready to
Booker T.
rumble!
Ready to rumble.
And your winner, advancing to the finals, Classic Clarke Wolfe. Clarke Wolfe hits Ready to Rumble.
What a big answer by Clarke Wolfe. You know, we had some fun with her selecting number 19, and it ends up paying off for her in a big way, not just for her, but also friend of the show, Booker T, getting this shout out.
Yeah.
Christian, what a performance by both competitors. It looks like from the scoreboard a defensive struggle, but they both clearly know a lot about a lot of movie trivia Schmoedown categories.
Classy Clarke Wolfe has gone from never making it past the first round and making it to the finals. She is now in the finals against Ethan Irwin. She plays Irwin in a 5-round battle, and the winner will play John Roca for the title. Clarke Wolfe has ensured herself a spot in the singles division in the spectacular one way or another. It's either in the number 1 contender match or in the title match. Now, Marc Andreyko, on the other hand, he has a date with Destiny with Dangerous Dan Murrell. They will now play, and the winner of that will be in the number 1 contender match. So Dan Murrell and Andreyko will go right at it again, and they will play for the last spot into the spectacular. But your finals, my friend, Mr. Ethan Irwin going against the half of the team champions, Classy Clarke Wolfe. What a finals we have.
It's going to be great, and I think this was actually a great match for Clarke, or if Andreyko had won, for them to play against each other, because it serves as kind of a nice springboard warm-up to get to play somebody like Ethan Irwin, an opponent they may not be nearly as familiar with. So Clarke Wolfe going against Ethan, that's what we have to look forward to. Right now, you can look forward to Jen Sturge, who's got both an interview with the winner and the loser. Here you go, Jen.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here. I'm with the 5 Club and the 5 Club. Guys, regardless of how that match ended, I can say that everyone standing in this circle right now, myself excluded, has had an amazing year. You've had an amazing year too. I mean, it's been okay.
Some credit.
But I don't have a belt on my shoulder.
Sure.
I have not been
Ring on your finger.
right now. Don't. I'm going to the gym after this. Relax, everybody. I've seen the comment sections. Chill the fuck out. Anyways, so yeah, you guys have had an amazing year, and I think that, I mean, there's no question that that match proved what strong competitors you were, but also just what amazing teammates you are to one another.
Yeah, absolutely.
Clarke, you have to be feeling amazing. Marc, I think you were going to feel amazing regardless, because you were happy for your teammate, and that's just kind of the person you are. So.
Yeah, I'm annoyed now that Ready to Rumble has cost me 2. If I ever see Scott Conn, I'm gonna punch him in the dick.
Will you watch a sports movie, for the love of God?
That's a wrestling movie. That's not a sports movie.
Ooh. Don't get me started. Don't get me or Christian started on that.
Controversy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know this has been a wild ride for you, especially with singles. You know, it's something that you've always just kind of fallen short of. Just not even from lack of knowledge, just, I don't know, nerves or whatever. How does it feel to be advancing and facing Ethan Irwin?
Still surprised. Still very surprised. I was, you know, it's funny because when I finished playing Sam Levine for the belt, I was so proud of that match, and it made me want to keep playing, because I felt like that was truly a toss-up, and it was for everything. It was for the gold. So I told Christian, I want to play, get me in there. And now here we are, several months later, and you know, I have a bad history with the tournament, and I'm truly shocked that I have won these last couple of matches, because the people who I have been playing are really good. And I don't just say that because you're my teammate, Marc, and I don't just say that because you're standing right here. I truly mean that. And so yeah, I'm as surprised as anybody.
You know, if I can pay you a compliment, Clarke, I think you know, I mean this with the most sincere heart possible. I think I saw you grow as a player when you played Sam Levine. I think before then, you took your losses so much more personal. And I think that loss, I think you were just as happy if you would have won And I think that since then, your confidence has seemed much more, you just seem so much more comfortable sitting up there, whether it's in teams or by yourself, but as a singles player, I really feel like I've watched you grow so much this past season. And regardless of how anything turns out, you should be absolutely proud of the person that you become.
And I mean, anybody that watched her number one contender match with Sam Levine and anybody that watched Andreyko's, championship match with Bibiani, there's no doubt in anybody's mind that both of these players are amongst the absolute cream of the crop when it comes to players in the league, be it in singles or in teams in Clarke's place. I mean, I think that something that we see sort of paralleled in terms of Drew McWeeny and Sam Levine's growth is once they got together as a team, I think both of them, even though they were both
became the mega powers.
Yes, exactly. they were both fantastic players to begin with, and then they evolved into being the best they could possibly be when they were with each other. And I think that that's what we're witnessing right now with Clarke and with Rachel also, and with Andreyko, who's now part of a faction that is more in line with who he is as a person.
Ain't that the truth? So let's talk about spectacular. With what happened today, obviously you're going to be playing with the Shire Wolves, in a team match, but you're going to either be playing in a number one contender match or in the championship match. I mean, playing 2 matches in one day, does that shake you up at all? Because I'm nervous.
It's not my favorite idea. We talk about it all the time, but these matches are intense and they're really exhausting.
Emotionally draining.
That's exactly what I was about to say, is like whether you win or lose, that is a huge thing. Like it's a big weight, no matter what. And so I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not feeling thrilled about it. However, I'm gonna be ready, and I'm ready because I'm definitely ready to defend these belts with Rachel, for sure. And you know what? I feel comfortable in the 5 rounds, and I feel comfortable and confident. And so actually, it's gonna be hard, but I'm ready.
And Andreyko, you will be facing Dan Merle.
Yeah, great.
Wait. If this was a year and a half ago, I might have the same reaction, but I feel like Dan has kind of shown that he has certain weaknesses now, and anything's possible in this game.
Sure, great white sharks have weaknesses too, but you have to get out of their mouths before you can worry about that.
I would also like to point out Andreyko's track record of beating the unbeatable people. Andreyko beat Ethan Irwin when he thought he wasn't going to beat Ethan Irwin. He beat Drew McWeeny, the godfather of the freaking Schmoedown. Like, there's a very, very good chance that Marc Andreyko is going to win that match. And I think that what we're dealing with here in both Marc and Clarke is people who are very humble, who put their nose to the grindstone, who play the game really well, but don't go around like waving their successes in everybody's faces because they just know they're good and they're going to put in the work and they're going to succeed.
And I will say this, Dan's an old friend, so getting to play him will be a lot like playing Drew and like playing Clarke. As long as I don't lose by 100 points, I'm going to have fun, so.
I think it's actually impossible to lose by 100 points.
10-run rule, that one. That's a sports reference.
Fine, whatever.
Well, best of luck to you guys. I am really looking forward to Spectacular now, and let's see what happens. Guys, back to you.
Well, it's to nobody's surprise they were all in the interview together, and they're all excited, and Marc is giving Clarke praises, and they all are giving her the words of encouragement to play Ethan. And remember, Marc Andreyko holds a victory over Ethan. That's right. And he might now be able to lend some advice to Clarke in order to go into that match. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Clarke Wolfe is a seasoned vet of this league. She has been in this league for now 3 seasons, and she has been in title matches. She is reigning team champion. Ethan Irwin has never been in one of those matches.
Will he shrink in the spotlight?
We don't know what's going to happen. He's been the Andre the Giant of this tournament so far. He strikes fear into people when you mention his name, but the thing is, he's never faced anyone like Clarke Wolfe. So he's never been in a 5-round battle. What will happen? He will be battle tested when he faces Clarke Wolfe in the finals.
That's right, Marc Andreyko, very close. Maybe we switch their nicknames. Maybe it's Classy Marc Andreyko and Clarke the Android Wolf.
No.
All right, well, join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. Select which tier is right for you. Check out the Schmoedown Rundown, which Booker T's popped into from time to time, and the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. I'm Mark Ellis.
Well, guys, again, remember, the Schmoedown Spectacular, let me give you a rundown. Here is how it is going to work.
Lots of matches.
You have the Commissioner Bowl. That's right. You've been looking at all the drama going down so far with coups and whatnot. Well, finally, we're going to figure out what's going on. I will be competing in the Commissioner Bowl, going up against Thad Williams, finally getting my hands on him, and it looks like Emma Fife and Finstock will also be part of that. The four of us, who the hell knows what's going to happen in the next year, but that is what is looking for the Commissioner Bowl, and then it goes down. The team title match, Classy Clarke Wolfe, who you just saw, and her partner, Rachel Cushing, the team champions, defend the belts against who's the boss? Marc Riley, Ben Bateman for the title. Then you have the number one contender match. Will it be Clarke Wolfe? Will it be Ethan Irwin? Will it be Marc Andreyko? Or will it be Dan Murrell? Time will tell. You have the Inner Geekdom Championship. Mike Kalinowski thrusting himself into this match, saying he has to be in this match, and corrupting the entire thing. He is going to be in this match, and he will be getting a chance to take the title away from the rookie superstar, the amazing Mara Kanopik, as she defends the belt. And finally, the singles championship is on the line. John Roca puts the title on the line against either Ethan Irwin or Clarke Wolfe. One of those two will be facing John Roca for the title. Will it be the Andre the Giant, Ethan Irwin, or someone that Roca has never faced? Never in teams, never in singles. Clarke Wolfe, that's the card.
Really?
Thank you guys, really.
Never.
Thank you guys. So make sure, like Mark said, join the Patreon today. Watch the rundown. Put your comments in. Who do you think will be in the finals? Will it be Wolfe? Will it be Ethan? We'll see you next time.
Down, Wolf next. Come in. Hey, I'm so glad to see you. So happy to see you. Look, hi, how are you? I'm great. How are you? Gosh, I'm splendid. Dude, beat Merle. That was amazing. Yeah. You took down the Titan. Now we got Clarke Wolfe next. She kind of scares me, man. She scares me just a little. She shouldn't scare you. You scare everybody else in the league. You see how I'm doing my hands like ping pong ball? I do see that. Listen, you beat her, then it's on to spectacular. Matter of fact, I got something that's motivation. Really? Yeah. All right. See it? Yeah. Close your eyes. Okay. Close your eyes. Don't open them yet. Don't open them yet. Okay, let me know. Open them. Ta-da! Is it the real one? Ta-da! Where'd you get that? Look, Roca left it on his desk. I just borrowed it for a second. Let's not worry about that. This is motivation. Don't you want to touch it? I'm a little superstitious about touching it before it's actually mine. Okay, here's the thing. Just feel the shininess. Feel the championship. It is literally blinding. It is heavy, too. This is yours. This is going to be yours after we beat Merle. Well, you beat Merle. After you beat Wolfe. And then you go on to spectacular, and once you're going to beat Roca because he can't beat you. That is the Hulk Hogan. You're the Andre the Giant. You're just reversing what happened in matches. It's a wrestling thing. But this is yours. I don't know what that means. Well, we'll explain it later. Okay, good. But don't you want to? I feel like you should probably put that back before they figure out it's missing. Okay, we probably should. That's not the point. But listen. Clarke Wolfe, last match in the tournament. Don't be scared of her. She's a great competitor. Great. But this is all you. Alright. You know, I don't know yet if I like you or not, but keep up the good work. We do great work together.
You know, you son of a bitch. Look, this is loser behavior personified. If you don't fix this, we're through forever. Alright, I love you too, Grandma. Can I help you?
Oh, you have. I told you a revolution was coming. The end. By the way, how's the Lions, Dad?
I think I went to jail with that guy.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know...
Oh, man. Clarke, great win. You deserve it. It's going to be great seeing you take on Ethan. I have all the confidence that you can beat him. He's been a straight monster in this league, but I really want to see you face Roke at the Spectacular. I know you're not thrilled with the prospect of having 2 matches at the Spectacular, but the more Clarke, the better. That's what we all agree on. Clarke's awesome. As well as the Fife Club. Andreyko, you're going to shake off this loss. You got nothing to hang your hat on. You're still an awesome competitor. Going to be great to see you take on Merle. But, Manager Bowl. Emma Fife's in this. Does that mean if Emma Fife wins that match, does she have to give up her faction? That raises a question. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't have to give up her faction. I hope not, because it's the best faction. And then, Jay. You gotta love Jay. I know some people out there, they hate on Jay, but fuck them. Jay's awesome. I like you, Jay. You're a cool dude. Yeah, great match. The Spectacular, few short weeks away. Can't wait. If you like my reactions and you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn, you can find me on Twitter, Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn, and if you do Schmoedown reactions, trailer reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, it's your boy C-Dub. Peace.